Kids back in the building. We had our sixth graders up here this afternoon for orientation, so it feels good to get back in the flow. Hopefully by next week this time we're in a groove and we hit our stride and we can get ready. So first thing I'd like to talk about, I had a presentation, but I didn't want the volleyball team breaking the TV over there, so I'm just gonna talk to you about it a little bit. All right, our mission here at Hoisington Middle School is to promote the personal, social, character development of every student in a safe, supportive, and challenging environment. All right, we're going to make sure your kid's safe. We're going to give them the supports they need, but we're going to try to get them out of their comfort zone a little bit too. All right, that's the way we learn and grow as people. So it's going to be challenging, but we're going to make sure they're safe and have the supports they need. If we can do that at a high level, all right, we can produce lifelong learners who are equipped academically, socially, emotionally to thrive at the high school and beyond. All right, there are a couple of high school teachers here, so you can ask them if we're doing our job okay. Hopefully they say yes, please. If not, we'll get better. Right? So that's a little bit about our mission and vision, what we're trying to do here at the middle school. Okay? So to do that, it takes three legs of a three-legged stool. It takes us as educators. It takes our students giving their effort in the class, and it takes you as parents. None of us can do it alone. We need to do it together. All right? So understand, all this that we're talking about tonight is together with you. We are one. We are all after the same goal, and that's the success and education of your child. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay? So what I need from you guys, what I need from you parents, is I need you to get your kid here on time. Okay? That way they're ready to learn. We start the day off right. Okay? I need you to hold your student accountable, but love them unconditionally. Know they're going to make mistakes. We even encourage mistakes here. That's how we learn. All right? But love your kid unconditionally. Feed them, bathe and clothe them, give them a safe place to live. Those 5 things. If we can do those 5 things, then they're going to come to school ready to learn. All right? And some of us, for most of us, that's real easy. Those 5 things are easy, no problem. But if there are challenges to any one of those, again, we're in this together. We'll help you. We've got services. We've got people that can help you. And Miss Millsap will talk about those in the robotics room if any of those are a challenge to you. Okay? We all have challenges. We're not here to judge. We're here to help. We're here to educate your child. We're here for your child's success. We're all on the same page on that. Right? What we're going to demand from our kids, and I talked to our 6th graders about that. Any of you 6th graders remember what we talked about, those 5 things? What do you got? All right. First, be on time. All right? Get to school on time. Get to class on time so you can be in there and get ready to learn. All right? Be eternally grateful for your situations. All right? We're going to have good situations. We're going to have bad situations. We're going to use those good times as an opportunity to build confidence and motivation. All right? We're going to use those challenging times as a chance to learn and grow and become better people. Okay? We're going to be grateful for all of it because it takes everything to become the best person and the best versions of ourselves. All right? Be nice and treat people well. All right? One of our cardinal core values is respect. If we're nice and we're treating people well, our respect's going to take care of itself. All right? If we're eternally grateful for the situations we're in, we're going to demonstrate positive leadership, which is another one of our core values. All right? Come to school with a great attitude and give great effort. All right? So you can stay accountable, hold yourself accountable for your actions and your words, and be responsible for yourself so that you can be the best version of yourself. Okay? That's what we're going to demand from your students. All right? And what you're going to get from us every day here is we're going to be on time. If we expect it from our kids, we should expect it from ourselves. So we'll be here on time. We're going to be available to your kids, our students, and you. All right? We're going to make sure they got the supports they need. We're going to be out in the hallway helping them with their lockers the first couple weeks. All right? We're going to be at events showing support when they're playing their athletics and things like that. We're going to be available to you. Okay? Whether it be a phone call, an email, or things like that. We'll be available. We'll be here on time. Okay? We're going to be prepared for our classes. We're going to teach with passion. All right? If we're excited about what we're teaching, then our kids will be excited about it. So we will be here teaching with passion every day. Another thing, we're going to be mentors to your kids. All right? We're going to help guide them so they can grow and learn as individuals and become people of good character. We're going to help that. You guys are doing that in your household. We're going to help you do that here. All right? And together we're going to build kids with good character. All right, we're also going to be lifelong learners. All right, we're going to be learning every day along with your kids so that we can ensure that we're using best practices to make sure your kids getting the best education so that they can be the best they can be. That's what you'll get from us. Okay? We need 5 things from you. We're going to demand 5 things from your kids, and that's what you're going to get from us every day. If we can do all that at a high level, there's nothing going to stop you guys. All right? You guys are going to be great, and we're going to sit there and watch you on TV and be famous and all that good stuff. Just remember to buy me some tickets, okay? Any questions on that? All right, that's all I got here.
Okay, I think we're all here. I hope Mr. Brungart talked about the same thing he did last year because I didn't get his notes, so I used my same PowerPoint from last year. So if it doesn't match up for what he said, I apologize. First off, thank you all for being here. This is the first step that I'm asking for parents. I love that you're here for your kids. I love that you're supporting them and being here tonight, and I appreciate that so much. I'm hoping we can start getting a really good turnout for the kids. I know staff are gonna try really hard to make it to events and stuff like that just to show support to the kids because we genuinely care about you guys and want you to have an amazing future. Did Mr. Brungart talk about these things? That was his topics? Okay, then the PowerPoint is good to go, I hope. First thing, getting your kids on school on time. I saw this infographic when I was at a conference, and I thought that was pretty impactful. Missing 2 days a month means your child misses 10% of the school year. And when you think about that like a grade, that's already getting down to like a B. So having your kid to school is important. If you're having issues with that, if there's anything that we can do, let us know. You're always welcome to call or email, and we'll try to figure out a plan to help your child succeed better with that. If they're slow moving in the morning, sometimes we can help them talk about prioritizing and like maybe a routine or a schedule that could help. Also, school breakfast starts serving at 7:30. Every student's welcome to come eat breakfast, so that will help them throughout their day. Okay, he said bathe them, clothe them, feed them when he was talking. And I know every parent tries their hardest at that, and I know life happens, things happen. So we do have access to resources if there's anybody who needs those type of items. I kind of am showing how to get to our resource page on our school counseling site. So if you go to the menu, on the USD 431 site, there's a little tab down here that says Counselor's Webpage. And then you can either go to Community Resources and Additional Resources. We have all different kinds of stuff on there. I know they're starting to try to promote the Laundry of Love program more. Is that what it's called? A Laundry of Love? It's in Great Bend, but they do as many loads of laundry as people need to get caught up. And it's all through donors. We have different information on there based off of what you're looking for. If you need clothing vouchers, that's something I can do to help out families. That would be through the Salvation Army, and all I have to do is write a little note. They hook people up when they go there. I know they got kids clothes for PE, different kinds of pants, shoes, got them all coats. So if there's anything they need, and if they don't have it over there, they will actually give you money to run to Walmart and be able to get those kinds of things too. So if you need me to write you a referral letter for that, please don't hesitate to reach out, because I love to be able to do that for our kids. They like to go shopping, and it's better than me picking them something out, because who knows what I'll come up with. Our kindness closet, we have it down by my room. You guys may already know about it. It has shampoos, body wash, all that kind of stuff, school supplies. One thing that was kind of bulky I couldn't fit out there was backpacks. I do have those, and if there's any other supplies they need that I don't have here at school, I can go buy it. So just make sure you communicate and let me know what's needed. I don't like kids to feel like they are having to go without. Getting those basic needs met helps them not worry so much when they're at school, so they can learn to the best of their abilities. And then we also have the Food for Kids program. That we put in lockers I try to every Thursday or Friday, usually Thursday, in case they're gone on Friday. And it's meant for them to take home and be able to have meals over the weekend. It has canned foods, it has like fruits, can't think what all is in there right now. It has some like healthy granola bars and cookies and snacks. So if you're struggling to have food for your kid on the weekends or snacks to keep up with them, let me know and I'll get you on my list, and I'll put a bag of food in their locker every week. That doesn't start until later this month, so it won't be right away, so there's time to sign up. Just let me know if you'd like to be included. We have started resilience training with all of our staff, and that's not only teachers, that's everyone else that interacts with students. So a big thing we focus on is punishment versus discipline. So punishment isolates or shames the child, while discipline is regulated response that promotes consequences designed to reach appropriate behavior and maintain relationships. Did Mr. Brungart talk with you guys at all about the behavior slips and stuff we're going to try to implement this year? Okay. So we're just trying to make sure we get documentation and have rewards for students who want to do well. So I know they're going to have this slip, and it will start making tardies and stuff, and it changes color as we have things. And as we do that, it's going to just start with having a talk with the student. Next, it might be calling home to the parent. I know they have it lined out in that discipline matrix that's online, but we're really focusing on making them not feel shame or isolated, and just helping them learn and know why it was wrong and how they can do it better and correct the behavior, instead of just continuing getting in trouble for the same thing and not understanding why. So all of our staff have gone through that resilience training. How do I change it again? All right, part of discipline is having healthy, age-appropriate boundaries. They wanted me to reiterate, parents have to set those boundaries. It's really hard, I know, because we all love them and we want to just give them the world. But saying no is not a bad thing always. And I know sometimes they don't understand that no. They think it's, being mean or something. But, them understanding finances, we are having more finance lessons and stuff like that. So they're going to start understanding that being an adult is not always fun. We're trying to help them learn the difference between a formal and informal setting, and how to behave when you're at home and behave while you're in a professional setting. So parents, if you can help reiterate that at home, that's another thing we're going to work hard on this year. Appropriate use of technology and digital safety is another thing we want to cover, like Snapchat and everything, and helping students know that their parent is the one who owns that phone and has the right to check up on it, same as our Chromebook policy. If you're having trouble with discipline at home, I have resources that I can refer you to, or just different information if you'd like to read up on it. So just always feel free to reach out. There's no judgment or anything. We're always happy to help. And again, I want to just tell you, thank you so much for being here tonight. It means a lot to us, and I know it means a lot to your students. So that's all I got for you. And please reach out to me if you need anything else. I'll be sending out emails with other resources. So you'll have my contact information, and I'll try to get back to you in a timely fashion. So I guess that's all I have. Thank you guys so much. It's good seeing all you guys, and I'm so ready for tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
I'll go ahead and get started, though. First off, welcome back, everybody. I'm Mr. Flowers. I'm the Middle School Activities Director and Assistant Principal. Many of you have dealt with me either through Lincoln, Roosevelt, or through the middle school through your kids in their 6th grade or 7th grade. First off, really excited for the 24-25 sports season. As you prepare, we have schedules available for the entire school year, ready to go. They're already out there. Some of you may have already grabbed them. Please feel free to take one. Those include dismissal times and leave times for the fall sports. As we get to the spring and winter sports, I'll get those public for everybody as well. If you have any issues throughout this year, please think if they are issues that you go to the coach or myself about. If it's something small that you believe you and the coach can talk out, please go to them. They will gladly hear you out. They want to make sure your kids are enjoying the sport and getting their best experience. If it's something bigger, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll take care of it. Again, I want your kids to enjoy sports. I want them to want to be in it for the next 4 years at high school. But please don't come to me with something that you haven't even talked to the coach about first. And especially do not come to me about playing time. First off, I do not discuss playing time. That is a decision by the coaches, and I will support them. Playing time is something that is earned, not given. What I would recommend, if you are wishing to see your kid play more, go to the coach and ask, what can your kid do to improve? What do they need to do extra to get better? Don't just go with the, well, my kid's not getting to play mentality. We want them to play. Promise you that. But this is also no longer rec. We are looking to win, especially at the 8th grade level. If it's football and we have to play a 5th quarter or a half a game, we're going to get everybody we can playing time. But that 8th grade game is meant to be a competitive battle. The 8th grade volleyball match, the 7th grade volleyball match, those are meant to be competitive battles. C team, we're going to rotate everybody that we can in. But realize not every school has as many volleyball players as we have. And this year, we don't have as many football players as other people have. So we're going to get the best opportunities we can for everybody. We operate under a 24-hour rule. What this means, if you're frustrated at the end of a game, you're mad about a decision by a coach or, again, possibly your kid not getting the opportunities, please wait 24 hours before talking to the coach or myself. If it's after a loss, I promise you my coaches are frustrated too. I do not have a coach on any staff that does not like to compete and doesn't want to win. If they didn't want to win, they would probably not have a job. But please let it simmer for 24 hours. Because after 24 hours, one, if it doesn't seem like as big a deal, then obviously it's a good thing you didn't get in touch with me. But if it's something still burning a fire in your belly, please reach out. If you can't get it handled with the coach, come to me. I will set up a meeting with myself and with you guys, and we will get it handled. I want your kids to enjoy sports. But the moment in the heat of it is not the right time, I promise you. You'll say something you'll regret, they'll say something they'll regret, and then I don't get to have a fun time handling it. I would much rather have a positive conversation about it later. Eligibility is a constant question when it comes to middle school sports. First off, our first grade pool is the 3rd full week of school that Monday. Realize we do not have a full week this week or the week of Labor Day. So therefore, it's not till like the 3rd week of September. When that first pool happens, if your kid has an F in a class, they will be put on probation. What probation means is they can still participate, they still play, they still get opportunities. The coaches may ask for them to go to after-school help to get their grades up first, because again, they are student athletes. Student comes first. If the second week after that, they still have that same F, so they had social studies and F and they still are failing social studies, they are now ineligible. That student will be sent to after-school help and then be expected to make it to practice afterwards. That gets a little bit tricky come basketball season when we're practicing over at Lincoln, and tennis when they have to get over to the tennis courts. So please, let's just not worry about that and keep your grades up first. If they have an F in social studies one week and an F in math the next week, they're still on probation. Those are different Fs. Ineligibility comes after 2 consecutive weeks of the same class. Uniforms are provided by the school district. Understand that these are decisions that are made at the best interest of the district and must be worn by all student athletes. These are items that we do purchase and maintain regularly and must be respected. Realize we're not going to argue over what's the best shorts for volleyball. We're not going to argue over what's the best brand of jersey. We're going to buy what's best that we can afford for our district and what we can maintain for a 6-year cycle. Because that's what we work on, is every 6 years, every sport gets their stuff changed out. So understand that we will do our best to maintain it. When your child is checked out that equipment, they need to maintain it as well. Cell phones on the bus. I leave it mostly to the coaches, but realize the district policy is no cell phones are out on the bus. The most I would tell my coaches to allow, when they get on the bus, hook your headphones up, get music playing, and put it away. Otherwise, that phone needs put away. Otherwise, let's be honest, things start getting dangerous the more they're on them. So technology is a dangerous thing. It's nice, but it's dangerous. Phones in the locker rooms, absolutely not allowed, period, cut, dry, not a conversation, not a starter at all. If they're out for a fall sport. Football, they put their stuff right here in the cabinets underneath the trophy cases. All of it is to be up on the shelf. There's plenty of space. We had 40 kids put it on there 2 years ago. They can make it fit. What I will tell you is if I find out you have a phone in the locker room, it can automatically result in suspension. We do not mess with phones in the locker room. There's been issues that have happened in the past, and we will not have it again. Your coaches are to be supervising the locker rooms. They're going to be supervising areas. If they find a phone on the bus, they might choose to bench you for the week. That's their decision, and I will support them because it is an expectation and it is a policy. Cell phones in the locker room, like I said, are not allowed. There is a space, never mind, I already said that. Now, what I will tell you is I ask 3 things of every athlete, and I say them to my own kids. First, I expect a positive attitude every day when a kid comes to practice. Do I expect you to have a great day every single day? No. Do I expect you that you're human and you're going to have rough days? Yes. But the moment you come through that door for practice, be positive. Because if you're positive, you're going to be able to work better for your coaches, you're going to hear what they're saying, and you're going to be able to receive that constructive criticism. If you come in negative, nothing is going to be good that whole practice for you. And likeliness is you're going to bring someone else down. So positive attitude, positive effort. Go out there and give 100%. Yes, it gets hard. Football, you're outside in 100 degrees. Guess what? The guys down the road, they're doing the same thing. We got to realize it's not going to be easy. But nothing great in life is easy. So be tough. And then third, I ask you to be coachable. Please have coachability when you get to practice. We have put the best people who have applied for the positions in those positions. They are there, we trust them, and we want them to push and drive our kids to become better athletes. Trust them and give them your faith that they're going to have your kids' best interest in mind. Lastly, please follow these expectations and we will all, in all parts of the game, to be successful. Please let our coaches coach, let our officials officiate, and lastly, parents, cheer your athletes on. Don't boo the other team, cheer on Cardinals. Know that we're here for the positive and the betterment of Cardinal Nation, and that's what we're all here for. Anybody have any questions? Fantastic. Thank you, guys.
All right, I'm going to talk to you real fast, so pay attention. So Mr. Mason said he was real hungry, so I'm going to go real fast. I'm just going to go over a few of the major policies that we have in our handbook. I would encourage you to go on our website, click in there. You got to click on USD431.net. Got to go to buildings, click on middle school, go in the documents, and it's in there. All right, it's not, we make it hard to find. I don't know why, but it's in there. It's also, these major policies are in your students' agenda that they'll have with them, so they're visible there. But these seem to be the policies that come up quite often every year. All right, our tardy policy, a bit different this year. We're going to give your student 10 tardies, all right, a semester. Doesn't seem like much, but it adds up pretty quick. If they're late every class period in one day, that's 8. Okay? On the 9th one, we're going to notify you. Say, hey, listen, they've been late 9 times, because there might be something going on that we don't know about, that they've been talking to you about, and we can work together to get it figured out. Okay? So on that 10th one, okay, on the 11th one, there's a 30-minute detention added to it. 11 and 12, 30-minute detention. All right? As far as sports, that's up to the coach. If the coach is going to discipline, send him out a quarter, send him out a series, not let him play the first match, whatever the case may be, that's up to the coach. It doesn't have to happen, but it could. All right? 13 and 14, we're bumping up to a 45-minute detention. Again, anything athletic or activity is up to the coach or sponsor. When we get to the 15 and 16 tardy, it's a 1-hour detention. Each additional tardy after that in that class is an unexcused absence. All right, and they will not be able to participate in any extracurricular activity that day. So if they get number 15 on a Thursday, they're not playing. Just so you know that. All right, 16 plus, if they go 16 or more, hour detention, each additional is an unexcused absence, and they're out of extracurricular activities for a week. Okay? So if it's basketball season, that could be 2 games, maybe 2 games in a tournament. So it can add up. Make sure, if you notice, I said be on time on all 3 of those things we talked about earlier. It's an employable skill. You know, anybody who owns a business or goes to work knows that's not as common as it used to be, showing up on time. Absence policy, all right, 6 absences in a semester, 12 in a year. We're going to have a sit meeting, all right, because we're getting up to that 10% of Once we miss 10%, that's chronically absent. So we're going to come in, we're going to sit down as a team, we're going to talk about it, because again, there might be something going on in there and that we don't know about, that we need to know about, so we can work with you to make sure we're getting our kids to class. Make sense? When we get to the 8th absence of the semester, the 16th of the year, all right, we're going to need a doctor's note or it's unexcused. Okay? Does that make sense? If they miss 5 days in a row, they'll need a doctor's note before we let them back in. Okay? Get them to school. We're trying to combat people calling their kid in sick because they're tired. All right? If they're tired, tell them to suck it up. We'll work with them. All right? We've all been tired. We can all function. All right? There's a difference between being sick and not feeling good, in my opinion. All right? If they got a fever and they're throwing up, keep them home. They're sick. All right? If they don't feel good, suck it up. Get to class. I'm 48. I haven't felt good in 15 years. All right? Please call in by 9 o'clock. All right? After 9 o'clock, it's considered a significant part of the day, and we can consider it unexcused. Again, we're going to give you some grace and leeway. We know how it gets hectic in the morning. Again, I worked in this building since 2009. My wife would tell me, Bob, Riley's not going to go in today. He's sick. Tell the office. I would get to school. I'd go to my room. I wouldn't tell the office until they called me at 9:30. Hey, Bob, Riley going to be coming in today? Nope, she was sick. So we're not going to, but if it becomes a problem of not calling in, that's when we're going to start putting that into play. Does that make sense? Any questions? Truancy. Excuse absence in a row, 5 in a semester, 7 in a year. That is considered truant. At that point, we have to send a letter to you to state your student is truant. We have to send a letter to the district attorney to let them know, and we also have to tell DCF now. Okay, so that will happen. All right? And if it happens often enough, we're going to be sitting in the courtroom talking about why we can't get your kid to school. All right, so let's not get to that point, and let's just get to school and do what we need to do. Cell phone policy. This year, off in your locker, no exceptions. We've got phones in every room. We've got phones in the office. All of them work, and there's not going to be an emergency where they need to call you from their cell phone. They can't do from a room or the office. Okay? If they're caught using their cell phone, the first offense is we're going to take it, keep it in the office, give it to them at the end of the day. Second offense, we're going to keep it, and then a parent or guardian has to come and get it. Not a friend, not an uncle, not big sister, the parent or guardian. Okay? Third offense, same thing, but then there's a 45-minute detention added to it. Okay? Anything after that, we're probably going to give you a call and say, hey, we probably should just keep this phone at home because we're having trouble staying off of it. All right? If they get caught with the phone in a private area, such as a locker room or a restroom, it goes right to offense number 3, 45-minute detention. You guys got to come get the phone. If we find out they've taken pictures in a private area, locker room or a bathroom, it goes right to 3 days OSS, because now we're getting in some legal stuff if we're taking pictures of kids in various states of undress. Does that make sense? Okay? Keep your phone off in the locker. Hats they can wear when they come to the school. Before school, they can wear them in the gym. At 7:45, when they walk out that door, they got to take them off. All right? At the end of the day, when they're leaving, once they get past these double doors out here, they can put it back on. If they keep it on after that, we'll tell them to take it off a few times. If we got to keep telling them, we may keep it for the day, keep it for the week, maybe even keep it for the semester. All right, we have a kid we have to tell every day to take his hat off. So if we have to tell him, we keep it for the week, if not the semester. Dress code. Make sure we're appropriately dressed. Guys, no cutoffs. Girls, 3-inch inseams on the short. Shirt has to cover the waist. All right, when they're standing normal. All right, that's easy for me to look at you. Okay, your shirt looks good. I don't have to, can I see any navel? That's weird for everybody. Nobody likes to do that. Okay, so that's why we went there. They raise their hands up and it goes above because different people have different sized torsos and all that. That's not that big a deal. All right, as long as when they stand normal, it's over their waist to their pants. Does that make sense? All right? No, like I said, no cutoff. We don't want underwear showing. We don't need that showing. Nothing with drugs, alcohol, or violence on it. Other than that, they've got 3 choices. If they do violate their dress code, they can change it. A lot of them have hoodies. They just put it on and everybody's good. They can call you to bring them something up to change into, or we've got clothes here that they can wear. One of those three things will happen. If they refuse all 3 of those options, now we're going up the discipline matrix and more getting into the more Defiance and things like that, ISS, you know, we could go there. Okay, Chromebook policy, that's our Chromebook. We're letting your child use it. Make sure they're using it appropriately. Read through that with your child. Make sure you sign it and get it back to us. We're checking out Chromebooks on Monday, so if you want them to have a Chromebook, we need that in the office. Last thing for you, you guys are special since you're 8th grade parents. We have 8th grade promotion, all right? But we have a certain criteria. Students must be passing all their classes at the end of the second semester to walk. You will get promoted most likely, unless we're having conversation otherwise, but you won't walk during the ceremony if you're not passing all your classes. If you don't have 90% attendance rate for the school year, you're not walking. Okay, we got to get here. Again, there could be extenuating circumstances that we'll talk about. Okay, if those come up, we'll talk about those. All right, students may not have had ISS or OSS days totaling more than 5 days. All right, total for the year. If you're in ISS or OSS for more than 5 days, you're not walking. If you're on the ineligibility list for more than 4 consecutive weeks in the same class, you're not going to walk. You're not trying to get that up. We're going to work with you. If you're not going to try to get it up, we're not going to promote you. We're going to promote you, but you're not walking. Does that make sense? All right. Must be in good standing with the schools. You can't be a jerk all year and expect to walk. Okay? Again, exceptions may be made for extenuating circumstances by the administration. Any questions? All right. You guys want me to keep talking? You guys already go eat. I appreciate you not saying anything. I know what you want to. We're all done. Go eat. Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. Ready for a great year.